Starting a business. Why start a business? Well, I can tell you that one of the main attractions for me is the potential for financial independence. And what that means to me is not having to answer to somebody else besides a customer to do my job. Now, Kent and I are in unique positions. Kent basically lost his job last year, and he has basically decided to take the plunge, to forge ahead with this and do this full time. I still have a full-time job that I work on the daily, and I do my guitar work and everything else at night and on the weekends, which does kind of cut into my family time a little bit, but I'm okay with taking some time away to do that stuff because I get so much fulfillment out of doing it that's what I want to do.
I've been spending so much time thinking of this as sort of the side gig and a hobby that the idea of this being the real thing, this is what I do now, has been hard to get my head wrapped around. I think that there's a little bit of imposter syndrome going on. I think that there's a little more of just trying to understand that this is the job. This is what I do, and this is what I want to do. So, the brain, it's not just for breakfast anymore.
That kind of brings me to my next point about why do this. I don't ever want to retire. It's not that I want to work until I'm dead. It's that I want to continue working and being a functional, contributing member of society into my elder years. If I'm going to continue to do something, it might as well be something that I love doing.
So I've had jobs that I've loved. I've had jobs that I dreaded getting up on Monday morning for. I've had jobs where the money was great and the job was meh. And I've had jobs where the money was meh and the job was great. So I'm looking forward to something that's this fulfilling and that I love this much.
I also believe in the product that we've got. The guitars we're making are unique. They're a quality product. They're made of top shelf everything. We have trouble coming up with a budget line because we just care way too much about the product and what we're making.
So one of the things that I've always been a little more into, let's just say originals than covers, even in bands, partially because I'm a pretty lousy cover player for reasons. But I just, even when I was a kid, if there was a TV show I loved, Star Trek, Speed Racer, I'd write my own stories. I've always been this way. And to me, it's more interesting doing an original design and seeing what I can do with that than trying to copy something else.
If we're going to do something, let's not just repeat history and make another Strat style or Tele style guitar or a Les Paul. Let's make something unique that has its own unique voice and its own unique look.
Nothing wrong with copies. Nothing wrong with honoring the places we've all, grown into this with the tools that have stood the test of time. I just want to make my own.
So I will say this, it's a big risk. It's a big ask of anybody to invest this kind of time, effort, and money on a very uncertain outcome.
What if this is not the right time to do it? In 2019, according to the Music Trades Association, the guitar industry rose 9.5% to $17.2 billion worldwide. And we are on track, according to the same report, of hitting 19.9 billion in sales in 2025. So I kind of think we're probably okay. We can get a piece of this. We can get a piece of this pie.
It's true that guitar-driven music is not as popular as it once was. And I can tell you that as the parent of a child who's learning music, kids don't go after practicing music the way that they used to. I have tried to get my kid to learn guitar, I don't know how many times, and he just has no interest whatsoever. That does not bode well for the future of a business.
Pete Townsend swears rock guitar is dead, and apparently folks like Tim Henson and Steve Vai are kind of in agreement. And while I agree that at the moment, guitar music is not as popular as it was, well, you know, they said guitar music was dead back in the 70s. And then this guy named Eddie Van Halen came along. And then they said the same thing in the 80s. And then this band called Nirvana came along. And then they said the same thing in the 90s. Well, you get my point. Some kid is gonna climb into his grandparents' attic in 10, 15 years, and they're gonna find grandma's old beat to hell telly, and they're gonna plug it in, and the next wave will begin.
Last but not least, probably the most important thing of all is it's fun. What we're doing is fun. We love what we're doing. The both of us love to play guitar. We love to play with wood. We love to make art. We're both creative individuals, but we both have a mechanical mindset that allows us to engineer these things and make them into something really cool. So yeah, man, that's why I want to start a guitar business.
What he said, all of it.
If anybody has any questions about the commitment
Or our sanity.
throw a comment down there. If you like the videos, hit the like button.
Tell all your friends.
And if you want to subscribe and watch more of them, feel free. See ya.